What's up, gang? It's Z motherfucking Z. Alright? Even though it says Z motherfucking Z, you know what I mean? It's Z motherfucking Z in the house. Because today we're gonna reacting. I'm Kevin. Windbreaker season 2 was crazy. I checked out the whole season. It was good. It was not, not like unlike the season 2, even though there were some fights, especially that one person that looked like a damn. I mean, he will show it. I'm not gonna spill no more spoilers, so I'm gonna let Kevin to talk about it.
Alright, I've been putting this off for too long. Windbreaker Season 2 has dropped like 3 months ago. But I have an excuse though. At the time, 15 different shows were dropping all at once, and not gonna lie, I got overwhelmed. I ain't know what to do. I remember watching Supercube 1 second, and then all of a sudden it's August. But we're here now though. Now my memory on what happened at the end of season 1 is a little rough, but the gist is Sakura becomes the captain of his grade, and then Anzai sees his old friend getting beat by his own gang, tries to help him out, but the dude slaps his hand away. And that right there is when my adventure would have ceased. I can't help someone who don't want to be helped.
I mean, you can't help somebody that doesn't deserve any help. Like, you try to help somebody, but it's like you try to save somebody, but they don't want to be saved. Like J. Cole would say, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. If they don't want to be saved, shit, ain't my business. You know what I mean? Like, shit, ain't my motherfucking problem. Like, you wanna, not to have any help. That's fine by me. You know what I mean? Like, shit, I'm not gonna be the one to be saving your ass, and then you won't accept my help. If that's the case, I'm like, alright, fuck you. That would be me. Like, like, if you don't want to be helped, I don't care. Shit, I'm not helping nobody. If you don't want to, I'm not helping nobody. If you get jumped, that's on you. I don't care. It's on your own people. I'm not helping you. Alright, so that's on you.
You were my homeboy at one point, but if it involves fists being aimed at my skull, I'm a little more hesitant. Funniest part though is when they sent that man a group selfie. The process that went into that, they first had to go to Best Buy and browse the shelves for a Polaroid camera. Unless they do deeds like this often, they didn't have that on hand. Then they put it in an envelope, handed it to this guy to hand it to you. That's when Sakura said, I bet we going down there. And with that, brings us to season 2. Pulled right up on them. But we already knew what they were getting into. They're going to have to work for this. I don't know what corner these goons were hiding in, but now we're surrounded. And then this dude Sakura gonna say, nah, y'all step back. I got this one.
What?
Don't let that captain title get to your head. These guys walked in with planks, bats, and pipes. If a single stray connects, you're done. So they all ran in, and look at this. That's the shit I'm talking about. If you went in there by yourself, that would have been you. Then we see some other students, and I will always say this when
I would have a strap. I will have a strap. Once I have a strap, once they pull up with pipes and bats and 2x4s and shit, like, hold on. That's it. That point blank.
whenever I see it, if someone has the ability to grab your weapon and swing your weight around like this, please let go. What is the purpose of holding on? Do you just like the taste of clotheslines? But
taking clotheslines from hell like GBL style.
Pink and Chrollo have my favorite fighting styles. The counter plays is just too clean, but peep Sakura slip. That sidestep was vicious. Looking you dead in your eyes too. Double gut shot him, bro. He does a damn jump spinning back fist, man. I forgot how much I like this show. So Sakura and Anzai runs down the line to get to the friend. He goes up the stairs just to get concussed in one kick. And that's when their heavy hitters join the fight. And little dude got barbed wire on his shit. Like, yo, isn't that a little much? He just had...
This nigga think is in fucking death match or some shit like Hangman. This nigga think we in death match like all in Texas. Watch the main event though. It was good. It was epic.
To go the extra mile. Then someone runs behind these guys and I promise there was a better solution. You could have push your teammate out the way or pull him towards you. Both
Yeah, you should have just did that instead of just do all that shit. Now look at you, you got concussed. All for nothing.
options are better than a plank smack in the back of your head. If all y'all weren't superhuman hybrids, that would have been a murder charge. And I don't know why I never questioned this, but how is this guy here? How did you make it into this school? You can't fight. Isn't that a requirement? Y'all need to start having entrance exams or something. Just throw them a pair of gloves. If they survive for 30 seconds, they can attend. Cause running off and immediately getting rocked,
Wow.
no self-defense at all, just sleeping on concrete. He is dead-ass Takemichi, bro. I don't know your purpose. But look who it is. Inumaki came to save the day, and his presence alone had him wanting to turn over a new leaf, start anew, church on Sundays, becoming whole new people. And they should have listened to that thought in their head, cause two bodies right there. Slip, uppercut, you need to move faster than that. Did all that with a lollipop in his mouth, did all that with a choking hazard. And he's already at the boss. They sent 6 dudes and gave up. But that's when Sakura starts yelling, talking about something. Nah, that dude upstairs is mine. So you know what Inumaki does? This guy gonna try and hit him. Done scared him off. Fell for the pump fake. He wasn't gonna hit your sorry ass. Anyways. What is your bitch ass up?
Oh my God.
You're too focused on the guy upstairs. You can't handle this nobody. He pretty much just tells him to lock in. And that's exactly what he did. Got a whole slow-mo cinematic. Turns around, yeah, you're next. Kick the gut, back fist, roundhouse. Fear. Put fear into that man's soul. Walked him down and finished him. We see the others taking care of things too. Afro grabs the fist and just look how he winded that up. Broke through the plank. But it ain't over though. They both go flying into the wall. He picks up another plank, blocks it with ease, and that's when they start going hit for hit. Ate that. Ate that. Ate that. That last punch got him dazed, so he jumps in the air, but that's when it cuts the Baji. Grabs little dude's legs and slammed him. Then he goes,
No.
I know his spine is broke. I know his spine is just shattered. You just got whipped on the ground. Your body should not be turned into a whip like that.
Wait.
Why the hell would I wait, dumbass?
Then we see Painkiller, and I kid
Goofy.
you not, he really just beat him by rage baiting. He was like, yeah, I just know you get no hoes. Shit, if I was a girl, I'd avoid you too. That alone got him acting up, just swinging and missing. And this is why I love this fighting style. The dude simply grazed his chin and he couldn't move. But y'all know who my
This nigga just
favorite character is. This dude is ore farming mid-scuffle. Walks up on him, staring him down with pure disgust. He must have did something personal, cause out of all the people you fought today, you ain't do him like this. He actually wanted that man gone. Sakura had to calm him down, and he has the nerve to turn around all jolly like he wasn't seconds away from catching a body. But now we see what's going on with the boss fight when Inumaki jumps off the wall, and to be honest, this looks very dodgeable. Like 2 steps back and he would have missed. So then he runs in, dodges both swings, puts a little dirt in his eyes, deflects the bat, blocks the kick, flips over the railing. He jumps off, grabs the chain, brings it around town. Look how his whole body is planted on that nigga. But now he's back on offense, and I love how they show the footwork. Excellent side kick. And then he proceeds to beat him. Struck him like 20 times before he jumped away, and look at the eyes. I think he's about to wrap this up. Connects a kick of his own, and after he landed that, it was pretty much over. Rocked him like 5 more times and he was done. Laid him out. So they wake up Anzai, and we get the whole backstory of how his friend got into this in the first place. So it all started when one day he saw someone getting bullied.
There isn't even anything in here. He's broke.
what?
Imagine robbing someone and calling them broke, like nigga, we're in the same boat. But bro must have felt a little heroic that day, cause he steps up. He does get his ass beat, but I respect the motive. That's when the leader of that gang saves him. Said he liked the way he stood up to them, so he invited him to join the gang. But going to this warehouse was the biggest mistake of his life. He pulled up to someone getting beat cause they wanted to leave the gang. Yeah, he knew he was owed. They had him get a certain amount of money a day, but if he failed, you know what's gonna happen. What I don't understand is why he kept going back. They let you walk out freely. You had 20 chances to ask for help and you just chose not to. Matter of fact, I don't feel bad for you no more. You wasn't even trying to get out of the situation, you were just taking it. But when they were walking home, notice how everyone got battered and bruised? Except for these two. Pink hair and Chrollo doesn't have a scratch on him. I'm telling y'all that counterplay fighting style is the way. So we cut to when everyone was called up to the roof, and this is when we meet one of the four.
I ain't gonna lie. When I saw this person, when I saw this nigga, I thought it was a woman. I was like, oh shit, that's a bet. I'm like, oh. I thought it was a bitch. I swear to God, I thought it was a bitch, but it's a fanboy. It's a fucking fanboy. I thought it was a bitch. Oh my God, they fooled me from that shit. I'm like, oh my God, that's a fanboy. That's a fanboy nigga. Oh nah. I swear to God, they fooled me. They fooled me for that. Like, I thought that we're gonna have a first woman, girl, whatever, join the gang, but it turns out it was a fanboy. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh my God. They got me from that shit. I was like, oh shit, this was just bad. Oh. So don't say it. Like, nah. They threw me off with that shit. So I just leave it right there.
Kings, and not gonna lie, you are too big to be doing that shit.
No cap.
When you bench a certain amount, you gotta follow specific rules. Keep smiling to a minimum. Your hand should never be in that position unless you're doing dumbbell curls. I don't make the rules, I just enforce them. And I'm pretty sure most of us fell for it, but this is not a woman. This is a man. His name.
Yup. He said it. This is a dude. It's a fanboy.
Name is Tsubaki, and I'm not really going over his backstory, but pretty much this old couple was helping him learn how to be himself. But this old couple is what I aspire to be. I want to be 80 years old still putting that shit on with the wifey too. Like, that's a dream right there. Anyways, Tsubaki ended up inviting them to this spot that's for some reason in the red light district. None of y'all are older than 17. What are you doing here? But I gotta say, Chrollo got that shit on. Like, I be seeing them TikToks, in Japan's fashion game is crazy. You think you dress good until you go over there. They will humble you. Anyways, as they were walking through the district, a random lady jumps off the balcony, in heels by the way. Even if Sakura wasn't there to break your fall, you still would have broke something. Ankles would have been snapped. Then right after, this group pulls up saying they're tired of chasing her around. And y'all must be a different type of ass, needing a whole army to catch a girl in heels. But of course, Sakura and them gonna stand up for her, so he ducks the hook, destroyed the rib cage, dodges both hooks, popped his ass, and now we see Chrollo flipped his ass over. And that was just embarrassing. He didn't even have to touch you. You took yourself out.
Yeah, you sold yourself. He just casually, you just ducking. You just
Third guy runs in, so he grabs the forearm, spun him around, and sent him right into the crowd. And that's when we found out Chrollo's been training Nirei, taught him how to protect himself a little bit, and look how he's training him. Niggas will look at you just like this and say, ha, made you flinch.
Really?
Yeah, no shit. You was actually trying to kill me right there. So we cut back to Sakura dealing with the leader. Weave took his oxygen. Then he kicks him in the face and just look at him. Soul almost left his body. Then Sakura runs in, and I don't know if he missed on purpose, but that guy was like,
I've got you now! Oh shit! Yeah, Neptune!
okay.
yeah, you thought you got him.
Okay. I think we all can agree that's a murder charge, right? He had enough force to miss the left, spin the complete opposite direction, landing that kick before he can even do anything. And he painted his skull on the ground. That's at least 5 years in state penitentiary. But after all that, another guy pulls up. But turns out they're on the same side. It's just a misunderstanding. He's actually the chairman of the Roppo Ichiza, a team that protects his area. And the girl them thugs were chasing is a singer at his bar. The same bar we were supposed to meet Subiki at.
Been a nasty girl, nasty. I've been a nasty girl, nasty.
You know, I could have went the rest of my life without seeing that. Anyways, this guy
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah, we should not saw that shit. We should not saw that shit.
busts through the door saying more of those thugs are in town causing trouble. So Subiki stays back to protect the girl while the same squad goes back to handle it. And they're already fighting. Block, jab, counter. This mother reasonable crash out. He's scuffed hitting. Block, jab, counter. This mother reasonable crash out. He's scuffed.
You got your filthy dirt on my suit. Yeah, you're gonna get packed up. That niggas was like, you got dirt on my suit. Now I'm about to give you a lot of dirt on your shit now. Your shit is not fashionable. You deserve all the dirt. You gave me little dirt on my shit. Nah, you gotta get it.
Up the fit. Then Chairman blitzes this dude. Fuck out of here. And I love
You know how hard that you had to punch a nigga? Look
up the fit. Then Chairman blitzes this dude. Fuck out of here.
Look at this. You had to be this hard. You had to have the most force to be punching nigga and be having levitate up in the air like that. You gotta have enough force to punch a nigga in a fucking face and have him flip it up in the air like that. Like, you had to be that strong. Nah, bro. That is too fucking far.
And I love when they do the first person. You can see every concussion up close. Like this guy, he was gone after the first hit, but they have one more. And this one regretted even coming out here. He saw two of his homeboys get vanquished, and the guy who did it is coming straight towards him. I'd be scared too. But hey, you picked the wrong side. Next wave comes in. Don't touch me. Put him in a headlock. Man, back your ass up. Here, pick your mans up. Shatter the ribs. Nigga just rocked somebody.
Get your rib cracked by get your kidney kicked in. Yeah, it's over. It's over.
Behind the scenes, Gut Punch lifted him off the ground, and look how he cocked that overhand back. He stops the kick, hook to the temple, cameraman, new angle. Another victim. Stops the punch, man, are you serious? Straight to the face, a left to the back of the head. Immediate knee to jaw, still on the arm, yeah, hold this. And this guy got it bad. Do you see the form? That is all his weight going forward, not to mention how far he got this cocked back. Front kick to this guy, man, get off me. Uppercut, weave, yeah, look after your boy. And he's still not done. Another headlock, palm to the nose, man, what you thought this was?
Oops, you left yourself open!
What?
Yeah, good job, bro. You just made sure he knew you was there. And I thought it was over, but nah, Sakura joins in. And they started moving like Batman and Robin. We punch right in the chest.
Dear Neptune.
This is the type of stuff you see in your nightmares. Getting lobbed like that has to be traumatizing. Then Sakura busted the kneecap, annihilates the jaw. Camera work is insane right now, and they finished the last two with a damn skull buster. If y'all haven't already...
I had $40 if I ordered me my salad and mussels. So I'm gonna fry some fish.
Okay.
Okay?
Alright.
I took the fish out.
I recommend go watching that fight for yourself. How fast-paced this guy was moving was crazy. But even after beating all those guys, even more showed up.
Really?
And the only reason I know this guy's a leader is because he has a man bun. In anime, only people of importance can rock a man bun. And we find out his
Got the bunny bun. He got a bunny tail bun.
His gang calls himself Gravel. Okay. They come from a place where a lot of crimes happen. They're pretty much a team of mercenaries. They're only trying to get the girl because they're getting paid. So he was like, yeah, there's no way y'all can win. Even if you are stronger, we have too many people for you to handle. Don't embarrass yourself. Then the chairman proceeds to say, I don't care if we can't beat you. You can take us all down tonight. We don't care how we end up looking. Because if the town and Shizuka are okay, we can live with that. The fuck is he talking about? What does that even mean? If you don't beat him, then the town and Shizuka are in fact not okay. Dude was just putting words together trying to sound cool. He should have skipped that whole speech and just say what he said after.
Bold of you to assume more than one of you gets through.
Anyways, it cuts to see what the other team is doing, and long story short, Shizuka ran away.
Oh, brother, This guy stinks!
Pretty much she feels guilty for all this violence happening because of her, but they convinced her that they're doing this because they want to. She shouldn't put her feelings to the side, they matter too. So this is when Tsubaki finally gets his show out, and I'm not gonna lie, what he does is kind of hard. He tells everyone not to touch Man Bun, that's all him. Then he orders his henchmen to clear the way, and they did just that. He starts walking down the line safe, and low-key we gotta see more of the twins because they're just being extra. Because like, what was the purpose of this? Added extra steps to a simple problem, and honestly I respect it. Whenever someone blocks your punch like that, just leave the court. Your
Yeah, it's GG's. You throw a punch and this person be like, Basil, get out of here. You're not winning that fight. You're not winning that fight. You're done.
fate has been sealed.
So then, shall we dance?
And they for real put on some fancy ballroom music. He winds the strike but catches a glimpse of the rising knee and halts the blow. And then he commits to the most telegraphed left
Dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Why he had to talk like that? And this homie is like possessed. Look at this nigga eyes. His eyes, bro. What? He's like possessed. Oh my god. You can't make this shit up, bro. This shit.
ever beheld. Absolutely graceless. Slips beneath the arc of the kick and meets the next with a firm guard. A spinning back fist parried with composure. The roundhouse thwarted just as swiftly. And then a sudden descent into savagery. This barbarian forsakes all form, hurling brutish haymakers with the grace of a storm. No style, no finesse, just raw. But let us not forget, Tsubaki, ever the vision of elegance, is in heels, delivers a kick that ought to have
That's crazy. The nigga can like fade you with only heels on. That's even crazy part. With only heels.
landed squarely against his guard. Those heels surely grants her extra damage. Land enough strikes and surely, well, the bleed shall certainly begin to see. I'm done. So round 2 starts. Man Bun hops the sweep. Tsubaki dodges the Superman, ducks the roundhouse, avoids a spin hook kick, barely blocks the elbow. Now he's finally on offense. Kick gets blocked, overhand gets dodged, elbows the right. Tsubaki checks the kick, goes for one of his own. They both close in. They think they in Dragon Ball. No hits landed yet though. This is some real comp. And every time he does this kick, there should be a puncture wound. Ain't no way your arm is just okay after that. So he
Yeah, especially the person with heels. Yeah, your arm should be broken by that.
takes the lead with all them haymakers again. Tsubaki backflips to dodge it, but he caught him with the kick in the air, messing up his balance. Man Bun lands the first hit. Got a little makeup on his fist and he was like, the hell is this? Ugh. Doesn't fill your stomach, doesn't quench your thirst, and you're slathered in this stuff. If you got time to waste on this garbage, you for damn sure can't beat me.
You don't get it. When I wear makeup, I get stronger.
Type shit. There we go. Just put a hole in his chest. But now it's time for the final round. Grabs the fist, tries the triple punch. Man Bun checks the kick, blocks the straight. Uppercut gets blocked, weaves into a spinning hook kick. Throws the right, grabs the wrist, knee gets blocked. Tsubaki pushes him away, spinning back fist, weave, bitch. Ain't that though. Back of the skull to the front of the skull. Broke out the worst of both worlds. But
That is a nasty axe kick. Shit, Booker T be happy for that.
that's when we see his backstory. And they had it rough. They're really splitting a cookie 6 ways. Do you know how small a cookie is? Unless it's the cookies from BJ's. Look, I'm about to put y'all on. If you have a BJ's around you, go there and grab the oatmeal raisin cookies in the clear box. Those are some of the best cookies I've ever had. I am so serious. I limit myself to 1 box every 2 to 3 months because I will tear that shit up. Trust me on this.
I mean, oatmeal, I'll get the chocolate chip or chocolate fudge or a sugar cookie. But oatmeal, nah. Now, if you have cookies and milk, that's a perfect combo. Cookies and milk, even though Santa fat ass would eat that shit. Hell, I'll eat that. I'm fat. I don't give a fuck. But have cookies and milk combo, that's perfect. I'm telling you, that would be perfect combo. Cookies and milk. Alright? It can be regular milk, chocolate, strawberry, it don't matter. Shit, that'd be, hey, as long as have milk, you good.
Anyways, after a while, the portions of the cookies got smaller and smaller. Splitting it between 13 people was pretty much eating crumbs at this point. So one day he had enough. He formed that team. The numbers they had was so crazy that whenever they heard that gangs were fighting, they went to both sides and helped the ones who put up more money. And after hearing that, Tsubaki realized he may have misjudged him. They fought a little more, but ultimately they ended up talking it out. How they were more similar than they thought. So Tsubaki said he'd rather help than fight, and pretty much they pieced it up. They cool now. I don't know who this is, but it seems like Tsubaki and Chairman do. And not gonna lie, bro, TikTok ruined neck tats. Cause like, what do you mean you have endless throat? Unlimited throat.
Hey yo, that's his. I didn't even pay attention to his name. That's his real name. Is that his real name? I want to know. Leave it in the comments. I didn't even pay attention to his name.
Limitless throat, non-stop throat, last more than a lifetime throat. Neck tats are a thing of the past. You can't have them no more. Anyway, this guy is Endo, and he literally are a thing of the past. You can't have him no more. Anyway, this guy is Endo, and he literally pulled up just to cause problems. Like, all the big names here tried jumping him and got absolutely nowhere, and then he just dips. So later on, the 4 kings as well as the top dog called Sakura and his people for a meeting. And long story short, Endo was a problem. He used to be a student at this school until it became unified. Back then, this school was nothing but violence and chaos, and that's what Endo thrived on. But once Top Dog changed that, bringing everyone together, he wanted no part. Him and his group decided to leave. But then we also found out that there was one more person just like Endo,
Gojo?
but way stronger. Strong enough that even Top Dog couldn't beat him. His name is Takeshi, and the first thing we see of this guy is him stacking bodies to put fireworks on. Then it ends just like that. You know, this season was cool, you know. The chairman, though, single-handedly bumped it up a few points, I can't lie. Cause there was a lot of slice of life episodes, and to be honest, I wasn't here for that. They weren't bad episodes, just not what I was watching this show for. But this season was just built up for the next season. So season 3, now that's looking like it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I hope so. Better than this season. So WV, I'm Kevin. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next vid. Peace in the Middle East, motherfucker.